into are stretched canvases. So the standard stretched canvas is about 3/4 to 1 inch wide, and it's a canvas that's literally stretched around a wooden frame. When you have some of these really big ones, they're great. They should sound like a drum, like they should be nice and tight like that. Because of where we live in Canada, one thing that does happen in the winter, it gets so dry here that every once in a while the wood will shrink and the canvas will get a little bit loose on the front. You don't want that, and you'll know when it's happening, because you make a paint mark and your canvas will literally be like, oh. If that happens, no big deal. It's cotton canvas. If you just spray the back with a little bit of water, cotton, it will shrink back up again. So, and it literally is a Canada thing. I think, well, I shouldn't say a Canada thing, mostly Calgary. So that's something that you're going to run into no matter what. It doesn't mean that it's a low quality canvas though. So this is our standard size. I really like these, and especially once you get into painting things that you're liking. You know, put a little bit of a black paint around the edge or something else like that. It's really great to put on the wall. You can frame these or something. With the canvas boards, if you do paint something that you really like, this is something that you will need to get framed if you want to hang it, because of course you can't put a push pin on the wall or try to stick it to the wall. It's just not going to work. This one right here, this is our gallery size canvas. This one is a little bit more modern. It's about 1 3/4 inches wide. And what a lot of artists are doing these days is they're ditching the cost of the frames and either painting the edges a solid color that works with whatever painting that they're doing, or, and this is my favorite thing, you can do a painting on the front and then almost extend it as if it's wrapping around the edges, and it looks really cool. And it's just super modern, something that's completely different, and I don't know, something to try. These ones here, because they are meant to sort of cut the cost of the frames, you will notice that the price of them is about double of this, but really, like, it's kind of worth it in the long run if you think about it. They just look really cool. Now, dollar store canvases, something to think about. When you're buying dollar store canvases and whatnot, if it's a board or a stretched canvas like this, you may want to put another coat of gesso on top of it. And the reason why they're so cheap is usually because the weave of the canvas is quite loose and it's only been primed once. Gesso is something that, I don't know if I've said it a couple times. So the gesso is the standard primer that you're going to get in the art world, and it is the one that looks like it's white. You want to have traditionally about 2 to 3 sort of layers of this happening. Most inexpensive things or canvases will cut corners because they only have one layer. So how to tell if you've got a shitty canvas is if you put it up to the lights, and if you see a whole bunch of pinholes of the light coming through because the weave is too separated and there's not enough gesso, then you know for sure you need to do another coat. And it's really important because your oil paint will seep through and start to eat the fabric at the back. So just kind of words to think about.